Just realized the mic was off. Sorry, folks. And the wrong input on the microphone. Anyways, 3-0 early on for Greater Lowell. Hi, Bryce Samfield with Joe Foley on camera. This draw is won by the Whittier Wildcats, going right to left in the maroon jerseys. And a foul committed by Lopez. 2 goals for Shonda Wallace of Greater Lowell and 1 goal for Caitlin Wilson early on. 4 saves, however, made by Whittier goalie Trinity Doyle. Here's Riley Weeks, the leading scorer for Whittier. Goes over to Michelle Matarazzo. Matarazzo tried to wrap around, now goes back out to Maddie Campbell. Campbell, a little indecisive here. Now thinking about bearing in, meets a wall, now peels back out. Tries to lob to the opposite post, nearly intercepted. Loose ball, who's going to come up with it? Bounced up. Whittier still with possession. Comes out to Weeks. Weeks meets a wall in the slot. Now wraps around, finds an opening, and a save by Julia O'Keefe. Ground ball in front of her. Will eventually, not controlled just yet by the Wildcats, still loose. And eventually it's Jaylee St. Paulin. Matarazzo. Ball knocked down. Matarazzo trying to get it back. Prolonged battle for this GB. Again, with the thick grass, it's hard to get a clean scoop compared to the thin artificial turf you see on most fields these days. This one goes through the wickets of St. Paulin, but she keeps it in bounds. Kept from going over the end line by Campbell. A lot of traffic, not much movement here, though. Thought they caught O'Keefe out of position, but goes across the face of the goal, and on the near side, picking it up. Loose ball eventually picked up by Melinda Nin. Trying to go in. Another save by Doyle. Nin got it back, though. And she draws contact. It'll be Araceli Lopez on the restart. She'll bear in and go behind the goal. Boja tries to go in front, pass too strong. Unable to keep the possession alive are the Gryphons, and now back the other way come the Wildcats. Passes a little too strong. Ground ball's going to be picked up by O'Keefe. O'Keefe has it knocked out of her stick by Matarazzo. Trying to capitalize. Trying to wrap around and misses wide left. And drawing a foul there is Sofina Sam. Sam will restart. Trying to get away from Weeks. And Weeks fouls her. Three 3-0 our score, about approaching the halfway mark of the first half. Sofina Sam, the sophomore for Greater Lowell, has some space. Thought about a shot, trying to get in front. Good defense by the Wildcats. Giving her a ride is Weeks. Correct, that's Hastings. This is Weeks. She'll try to get the GB, unsuccessfully so. And eventually collecting it is Daisy Pan. Pan. For a prolonged discussion here, it's going to be Whittier ball. But a turnover immediately to Nin. Nin bearing in. And the backhand shot is in for the goal. Melinda Nin, the junior, gets her first, and it's 4-0 Gryphons. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start at just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming, tournament, concert, wedding, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. 4-0 Greater Lowell. 2 goals for Shonda Wallace and 1 goal each for Melinda Nin and Caitlin Wilson. And a clean draw win there by Jaylee St. Paulin, but she's backed up. She lobs it ahead to Weeks. Weeks will try to run past Nin. Comes into the zone. Ahead of her is Campbell. Comes near side to Martinez. Uris Martinez. A little too strong on the pass. Both teams nearly committing an offside there. But play still live for Martinez. A lot of flat-footedness from Whittier, and you could hear the Whittier coaches saying, let's move without the ball. Did that go in? Wow! Impossible angle for Riley Weeks. She's the team's leading scorer. She finds it from a very tight angle, almost parallel to the goal, and Whittier's on the board. It's 4-1. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Nin and St. Paulin to take the draw. And correction, that was Wallace taking the draw, and here come the Gryphons. Nice move to get past. Fender backhand shot wide of the right post and out of bounds to Whittier. Here's Judy Hugh. Lob can't connect with Hastings. And getting it back for Greater Lowell is Nin. Nin might have taken a shot to the face there. Didn't get it called. Nice dodge of the second defender. And she scores. Great individual effort by Melinda Nin, and it's 5-1. $10:29 to go in the first half. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of this or any past LSP video broadcast or one of several different designs of bumper stickers. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store or the LSP Facebook page to place your order after the game. And remember, all orders within the continental United States come with free shipping. Nin picks up another face-off, and here she comes. Trying to go all the way! And a save. Trinity Doyle not going to let her beat her that time. Martinez. Long pass. Connects with Procure It. Bearing in. Now going to take a shot and miss wide right. And who's going to win the race? It's going to be O'Keefe winning the race. So it'll be Greater Lowell ball. Not much room for clearance, but eventually. Loose ball, bodies tumbling everywhere, and that was a charge, so that'll be Whittier ball 2 weeks. Bullet pass ahead to Matarozo. Trying to find the angle, and she scores. Five to 2. With 8:59 to go in the first half. Wallace to take the draw against St. Paulin. Ball is up, and it'll be controlled by the Gryphons. Here's Wilson. Has one goal already. Oh, wow. Made a move and made St. Paulin fall. Now looking to take it all the way. That's a tough break. She's forced to restart. She probably could have scored if she had been allowed to keep running, but she does get a free restart here. Alone with Doyle. And she scores. Well, not deterred by the whistle. She makes it 6-2, and she's got her second of the game. .8:22 to go in the first half. Trinity Doyle has stopped 6 of the 12 shots she's faced. Julia O'Keefe has only had to make 2 saves. Both goalies with a 50% save percentage right now. Face-off controlled by Wallace. Wallace sees an opening. And it's deflected aside by Doyle. Play is kept alive by Demers. Now Demers bearing in, another save. And they say it's going to be Whittier ball. Doyle just staying flat-footed in her crease, lobs it ahead, and unable to corral the pass as Martinez turned over. Nin will be Nin with the restart. She had 2 fantastic goals already, looking to make it a Hattie here. Takes a shot from distance and rifles it in. Melinda Nin with the Hattie, and it's 7-2. So we'll send Judy Hugh into the circle for this draw. Will Whittier. And battling for it with Wallace. And she eventually comes away with it. And now she's looking to take it all the way. Hugh will give it up, however, to Procure It. Procure takes the shot and bounces it in. Seven to 3. Whittier still hanging in there. .641 to go. Judy Hugh getting some support from her bench. Sorry, one draw that's led to a goal. Let's see what she can do here. A lot of contact, and this will be Whittier ball. On the restart, it's Weeks. Weeks enters the zone. Lobs the pass out of the reach of Procure It and out of bounds to Greater Lowell. Andrea Guerrero drawing the foul. Nice swim by Boja, but staying with her is Hugh. Now she gets by her. Now bearing in. Tries to spin away, but is forced below the goal. Doesn't have a outlet, nearly runs into a teammate. Now she's going to wrap around, and she scores. Didn't look like that was going to turn into anything for Boja, but Haley Boja gets on the scoreboard, and it's 8-2 Greater Lowell with 5:12 to go in the first half. LSP's next broadcast is this Wednesday at 3:55 p.m. when the Greater Lowell Gryphons host the Lynn Tech Tigers in MIAA boys, well, that's of course boys, baseball action. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. Nin comes up with it. Nice spin move, but she loses the handle, but gets it back. Meets a double team. Now. Enters the zone. Now trying to bear in. And she'll go below the goal line to Boja. And we have a whistle, and it looks like we have an injury. And Hugh. She's up quickly. But is the official going to make her go off because of the apparent injury? She doesn't appear to be hampered too much. She's good to go. So on the restart, Boja wraps around and scores on the right post. So Haley Boja's starting to get in on the party. 4 different players with at least 2 goals for the Gryphons, and it's 9-2. Just over 4.5 to go in the first half. 9-3. Greater Lowell on top of Whittier. And a timeout is called by the Wildcats. Trinity Doyle's made 8 saves for Whittier thus far, but she's allowed 9 goals. And the scoring for Whittier is 1 goal each for Erin Procurett, Michelle Matarazzo, and Riley Weeks. Julia O'Keefe has only needed to make 2 saves for the Gryphons, and she's gotten support from a hat trick from Melinda Nin, and 2 goals each from Caitlin Wilson, Shonda Wallace, and Haley Boja. Boja, one of 3 seniors on this Greater Lowell squad that is mostly freshmen and sophomores. It's a plurality of freshmen. 7 freshmen, 2 sophomores, 5 juniors, and 3 seniors. Out of the timeout, 4:37 to go. And it'll be Nin and Hugh to take the draw. And Hugh comes up with, Nin rather comes up with it. Spin move. Now bearing in. Puts on the brakes. Another spin move. A little too strong on the pass for Sanchez, but she gets it back. Sanchez now bearing in. Takes the shot and scores. Brianna Sanchez gets on the scoreboard for the first time for Greater Lowell. And that makes it 10-3. Hugh wins the draw cleanly. Ground ball in the corner will be won, however, by the Gryphons. With speed, it's Garcia. Trying to stutter step her way around Martinez. Gets past her. Now going for goal.